Welcome all. This is Ramakrishnan Nayak. In today's falling interest rate scenario, we have been getting queries on RBI savings bond, which seems to be a good investment option. This is an attempt from us to provide clarity on the product for our investors. First of all, let us look at the scheme futures. This product is issued by Reserve Bank of India and it comes with a sovereign guarantee. The tenure of the product is 7 years. The interest payable on the product is 7.75% per annum. It comes with two interest options. The first option is half yearly interest, that is, interest is payable on 6 monthly intervals. The second option is cumulative, that is, interest will be payable on maturity along with the principal. Those who are opting for cumulative option, for every 1000 rupees, 1703 will be the maturity value. Who can invest in the product? Resident individuals can invest, HUFs can invest, NRIs cannot invest in the product. The minimum amount one can invest in this product is 1000 rupees. Maximum there is no limit. One can invest any amount. Let's look at some other features. First of all, the tax treatment. The interest payable, that is 7.75% per annum, is completely taxable and one need to add that to the income and pay respective tax. These bonds are exempted from wealth tax. TDS is applicable as per the tax laws. These bonds are not transferable to anyone. This product is not listed anywhere, so it is not tradable, or early encashment is not available through trading facility. One cannot pledge this bond as collateral, hence no loan facility will be available. For senior citizen, there has been some facilities for premature encashment. Let us look at the lock-in periods. For persons aged less than 60, they have to stay invested for full 7 years. There is no premature or encashment option. For investors aged between 60 to 70 years, they can withdraw 1 year earlier if need arises. That is, after 6 years, they can encash. For investors aged between 70 to 80 years, they can encash at the end of 5 years. For investors aged 80 and above, they can encash at the period of 4 years from the investment date. Nomination facility is available in the product. The interest, if one chooses half yearly interest option, is the interest will be payable on dates 1st August and 1st February every year. Let's look at the tax efficiency. For persons who are not in tax bracket, they need not to worry. So their post-tax return is almost the same as interest. For persons in 10% tax bracket, the post-tax return remains at 6.94%. For persons in 20% tax bracket, the post-tax return will be 6.14%. For the persons in highest tax bracket, the post-tax return will be 5.33% per annum. A quick view on advantages and disadvantages. First of all, the advantages. This product is with complete sovereign guarantee. That means RBI guarantees the payment of principal as well as interest on time. It gives assured return for a period of 7 years. In falling interest rate scenario, this is one of the attractive option. The disadvantages include liquidity, as this is not tradable or premature encashment is not available for persons less than 60 years. Liquidity is a problem here, and tax efficient return is one thing one has to consider before investing into the product. It has been ideal for retirees because they prefer assured return with highest safety. This bonds remains as one of the best yielding instrument in current scenario, with interest rates coming down even from fixed deposit and postal schemes. This remains as a very good option for retirees. It also remains as a good option for regular income seekers because they can lock the interest for 7 years period. Those who would like to plan their expenses based on the interest income, they also have been preferring this product. For high net worth individual, this remains as a product basically for diversification and as a part of asset allocation. Now this leaves with an interesting and important question: how much to invest? The answer to this question is likely to be different for each individual investor as it depends on one's own asset allocation pattern and liquidity needs. Hence, it is better to consult an advisor before allocating the money in the product. We hope the information provided was useful to you. In case you have queries, kindly contact us using the contact details. In case you like this, subscribe to our channel to get regular updates. Thanks for watching and listening. See you soon with other interesting inputs and updates.